is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Utah Utes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Baylor Bears. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. The Utes will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Baylor's offense will have first crack at this one. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Back to pass on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Bears can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Quarterbacks and receivers have got to be on the same page with respect to hot routes and sight adjustments. And those always happen when DBs come blitzing and they come running free like that. You can't put that one on the offensive line. That's on the QB and his receiver not being on the same page.
And the Bears decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So the Utah Utes offense will go to work for the first time today. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. And the Utes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw on third. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. At the 40, there he goes. And the explosive play, they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Utes will snap it on first and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. And the Utes are moving quickly down the field. Right back to the well. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The negative play leaves them with second and 12. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Bohanna. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Utes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Looking to fire. Going for 6. Touchdown, Utah! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Complete to start this drive. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. The Bears in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Wide open downfield. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the ground with the back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to buy time. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to fire on second down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Oregon has some work to do, but go against this team at your own risk. The program who played in the first ever CFP championship is always a threat to come back. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ohio State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make a play. You've got to put the ball on his body, and that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Going to swing it on second down. Good timing on the quick out. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need... Oh, they block it!
That time, what a surge right up the middle of the field. They were able to get penetration and block the kick.
Utah has it back in the offense coming onto the field. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession. Tackle was made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. It's complete to the left. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Now on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Soft spot in the middle. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And how about this call and excellent timing between the quarterback and running back on the angle route?
And how nice is it, Reese, on offense to have running backs that can catch the football, right? In these types of situations, on third down, they can help your drives continue. They can give another element to this offense the defense has to worry about. This running back really is a weapon.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bohannon. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. And the Utes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Go straight ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes. Follow the blocker. offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. To the air on first down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Got it in the middle. It's Lockhart. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They go to the draw, and he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on second down. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Skips away from pressure. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They're working that left side. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
He gets it so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They needed less than a yard, really too far to kick a field goal, a little too close to punt. Really not much of a decision there.
Yeah, and I really don't care where you're out on the field. 4th and inches, I like me to get inches, and I'm going for it, especially when you're inside of the field where you long field goal or maybe just punting the ball. Nah, go for it.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Utes have their whole playbook open here on second. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. He'll start this drive firing and wings it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Power football with the run. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On his way back from the 20. He gets a block. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Bears will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically ride.
Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Utes! And the beatdown has ensued. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Looking to throw on first down. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good.
There he goes. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Bears are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
The Bears really need to keep this drive alive on third down. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Makes the catch near the sideline, but he's down immediately before he gained an inch. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll send the back in motion. They just keep firing. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Motion from the wideout. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Touchdown, Baylor! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really... on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fakes the grab. At the 35, he's open. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
Wants to throw on first down. He's got him in the flat. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Quarterback making checks. Second down, he'll throw it. Trying to get behind the defense. Complete to the left. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Utes will line it up on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Finds his big tight end. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Operating in the red zone here on second down. 7 sends it back in motion. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Utah! And the punishment has been extended. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Takes the handoff. It's Kessler. Shakes off the defender. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just keeps moving. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Bears! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now.
Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Utes are threatening in the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Touchdown, Utes! And the route is on. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You can tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with second and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give them as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
A shot toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
49, Baylor, 17.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down and run. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't